Here we go. We're going live. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, and we're going to be live on Instagram once we check us out.
Yes.
My name is Martin. Your name
Let's
is?
start.
What's your
One
name?
second. My name is Elisangela.
My beloved. So for anyone that is quite new to our sphere, you might have thought I just existed in this wee one head just appearing everywhere all of the time, but actually for 9 years I have had the absolute joy and pleasure and gift to be with this divine soul. And so today we got the call. So I'm just trying to see that this is working live because we did this very last second and just making sure that it's working. And we are. And so we're going to go live on Instagram. So wherever you're joining from, hello, hello. We're going to be live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Instagram. Okay, there it is. It's good to go. So I'm going to, would you like to just lead us in as to why we're doing this video? And then I'm going to put Instagram on here as well.
Okay, so yeah, from my side about fears, mother's fears that comes in each stage of our motherhood, and fear in general as well. Since we came to this earth, the perspective of fear for us, and I can say, I can call her our mentor. Yeah?
Yes.
Our mentor talk about this in our call today, and it got our attention because for the project that I started for mothers, this fear and guilt was the most emotions, like the most ones that they talk about in all the challenge that we have as a mother. And the fear is first, the guilt second. I think they are connected because when we have guilt, this is my perspective now. When we have guilt, then the fear comes after because of traumas, or it can be anything that was brought, like I can say for myself, brought for me in my life when I was a child, or something that I did that I thought was wrong. And then the fear comes thinking, am I doing something wrong? Or even fear, like human being fear, that I call human being fear of something happen, that can happen with our son. But it is, I think for me, this is all the mind bringing this fear because of my guilt and traumas. And I think for mothers as well. And I think for the whole humanity, fear, it comes from when we came to this earth. And yeah, I think the perspective from the call today was amazing, because what I understood was fear is not opposite of love. Love, it's everything. So for me, the example like that I can say is like a soup. I put everything in that soup and I'm just mixing, and the carrot is not bad and the celery is good. No, everything is good, and I'm going to eat that soup. So the fear is there as well in this soup. And what I understood from this call is that the fear, it's an energy that moves us to do something, for us to do something that we want, or that we love, or that we want to do for a while and keep postponing because of this energy that we call fear. But like in my whole life, when after Martin came today from his work, we sat down to talk about this, and when we were talking, everything was coming to me like that. My whole life, everything that I did till today, it was that I called fear. And I used to say to my sister, I had fear, but I did the thing that I was thinking that I was having fear. I went through that wall. I jumped down even with fear. And after these jumpings, after going through the challenge, the fear, I felt so good. And this has been happening with my project for mothers, especially for doing these videos that for me was really fearful. I was sweating even on the calls, like with our mentors, with our mentor. I start like just putting my hand up in the Zoom call to say something just because I want to overcome my fear. And I was sweating, I was like laughing, smiling, like just to all those emotions together. And I could overcome. And I still a little bit, now I still a little bit like feeling this energy here. And I feel good as well to overcome, to do this video, to share this with everyone. And especially now with my beautiful husband, we had this idea, I think, together, like just came and okay, let's do this video together. And yeah, so now I pass to you.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, this was very spontaneous, not planned, which is usually the way these things go. But yeah, it was really profound for me, this call this morning with our mentor. It's a course, like a mastermind course that we're doing for this year. And it was the way that she shared about fear today really resonated with me. And it's not common the way she shared it. It's not common how it's shared. So I suppose the first thing I would share about fear is that we are born, they say, we are born with some natural, let's say, healthy fears. The fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. I think those two. There may be another one, but that's the two that I remember. So we're born with the natural to keep our body safe. When a loud noise comes off, okay, something needs to happen in the system to pay attention. Is there a saber? That's what she was making a joke about. Is there a saber-toothed tiger coming to bite me, and fear of falling, so that we just don't walk off cliffs. And so, psychological fear is what we're talking about. Mental fear, fear of doing something, fear of not doing something, fear of missing something, fear of wanting something, not wanting something. All of this psychological fear that we inherit, or we grow, or we are given after we're born. And so the way that I took what she shared today was that fear, she talks a lot about this, like fear is the new energy coming in to propel you, to, like Elise said, to propel you to something new. And so often you get fear is the opposite of love. Fear is disconnection from your source. Fear is not who we are not. There's always this duality, polarity vision of fear, where fear is the opposite, or it's separate, or it's something that we're not. And this was a very inclusive and a much more aligned, I feel, to know that we are one, that everything is one. There is only energy. There's not something that is not us, not love. Everything is what it is. It's the one thing. But we tell stories about things, and the good stuff is over here and the bad stuff's over here, and we separate them, and it's not true. It's just a perspective and a story we're telling. But the way that she framed fear today was like really amazing. It's like it's the energy coming in, fresh energy is the way she put it, fresh energy coming in to propel you to go and do and be and have what it is that you're here to express and become. And I feel that is a much more empowering, much more aligned, and for me, much more truthful expression of what fear is.
Yes. I think when she was talking, I could feel more the energy. Resonates with me because I'm very sensitive. Even from the call, she was talking and I could feel it and see the energy. And she even said that it's amazing how someone could put this through writing, because when we feel, I say feel and see the energy, it's very hard to put in words what it is. And then, of course, for human beings, we need to translate this energy. So we call it fear, but it's just an energy like any other energy that we call fear, emotions, and feelings. Yeah, it's amazing to
Well,
have this click and yeah, just to like I always say, to be okay to feel it, any emotion, fear or any emotion as well. It brings the magic, I can say, if we hold as well that energy that we're feeling at the moment. And like it was said as well, we feel like it's like you are seeing from the top, like overviewing, like just watching yourself in that moment that you have the fear or any emotion that is coming. And when you watch yourself, it becomes easier to go through this fear or any emotion, I think. And when they were talking about and what was the example there for me was really touching me because it was about a dog as well.
Of
And
course,
I love
of
dogs
course
and
it
I had
was.
dogs. And yeah, when in our call, the woman that was in the call, she was describing the things about the fear and how she was overcoming and doing the process to let go of the fear. And
That
I
was
could
of losing the
identify
dog, of losing her
of
dog was
losing her dog.
dying. Yeah.
Yes. And I had so many dogs in my life, and I know, like, oops, the love, it's the same as a child for me. And for everyone that got a dog knows that. So it's hard to let go, that fear of losing the dog or someone that you love in your life. And the process she was describing was very touching. And then when, yeah, they start talking about the fear, it was like a click for
Yeah.
us.
And it's like, again, I think this most famous way that it is described, the first time I heard of it is in the Course in Miracles. That was in the 1970s, this channeled material from Jesus. And I was like, love is the opposite of fear. And fear is the opposite of love. And it was always like, okay, that sounds right. You get a lot of these things, it sounds right. But I believe as we expand and evolve in consciousness, the stories we tell about the experiences that we have will evolve as well. And we have certain frames for what we're experiencing, and I call it this. At the start of the journey, I might call fear this or that. And now, 10 years later, 12 years later, I give it a different frame. And I feel we can evolve our frames and our definitions because all of this, we're making it all up. We're making it all
Yes.
up as we go along, and we get to choose the story and the meaning that we give to life and what we give to what we're experiencing. And I just feel this definition of fear, this more evolved definition of fear, is more inclusive and it doesn't leave anything out. Because, again, if you try and separate fear or evil or bad, the AI thing's been fun at the moment, and I'm like dropping off little stuff there, and I sharing perspectives, and people are saying, yeah, AI is part of us, and that's true. That's true. AI is part of us. The evil in the world is part of us. The chemicals dropped from the sky. When you see the viewers drop off of this, the chemicals dropping from the sky, poisoning us, is also part of us. and I say no one has poisoned me more than I poisoned myself for 20 years. So that's just a reflection. But yes, so it's important if we talk about oneness, we talk about unity, we talk about wholeness, and then we can talk about the good, the evil, this and that. They're not separate. They're just different aspects of the one thing, and fear is in there as well. How often has fear been portrayed as the enemy or the thing to get rid of, or something's missing or something's wrong? You're afraid because you're focusing on something that you shouldn't be focusing on, or there's somehow something that it's not correct or it's like wrong. When fear is, when we put it in this frame, fear is the energy that is uprooting the parts of you that is stopping you, so to speak, from being who you are being. How much more empowering is that? How much more, again, it just fits with the whole unified field philosophy for me. So I'm adopting it.
Me too.
Something we talked about earlier before we come on the call is I've been doing this stuff for many years, and Elise is stepping into this field of what she's doing now. So she's really coming up against some fears at the moment, which is amazing. And I always say and feel that whenever you're coming up against fears, that means you're at your edge. You're in the space where you're at your growth, you're at your expanding. Whereas the stuff that I'm doing is not touching into my fears. So I know I'm not at my edge, and I'm waiting very, very patiently. As Elisa knows, patience is one of my absolute skills and complete masteries in this lifetime. Very, very patient I am. Waiting to what this next age is for me, because doing this stuff is easy. I can do this all day. This is where I flow. I glow. It's very easy. But you are coming up, so it's more fresh for you. This fear and the new way of looking at it. Love to hear if you're joining live. Put in the comments, what's your perspective on fear? What do you think about fear? Do you agree with this? Do you think this is something different? Love to hear your perspectives on fear. But do you want to share about the fears coming up? Because I'm going to say hello Jan, hello Rose, hello Joe, welcome. You want to talk about the fears coming up for you now?
For me, I told them it's doing this video, coming here, sitting down, and being open and showing myself here. I told them at the beginning, when I started doing it was really challenging, and every video I do, I feel better. So it's a practice. Yeah, a practice that we do like any other thing. And it's so good as well.
And to give some context to the fear that Elise was talking about, she was born in Brazil. All her family are still in Brazil. And she went and got a job outside of, firstly moving from the little village into big Sao Paulo. She was afraid to do that. Then she moved into the city, living away. Driving to the city first. You were afraid to do that. You did it. You went into Sao Paulo and lived there. You did that.
Started working in a big company with computer that I didn't know, and then decided to go to live in London without knowing English, just really basic.
Yeah.
And got a job. I went to the school, and it was really terrifying. But I did, even with fear, I did. And then as well, going back to Brazil, and then going back to live the same life, not the same life, but to feel the life there, that I was started changing inside of me, seeing other perspective of life, culture. But then I went back, and then went back to the culture where I said already, and then we moved to another country, to Dubai, big thing, and work in a big company there. And so many fears, going through the interview, and not speaking English properly, but just doing everything that I could do it. And it was Every time, yeah, I was overcoming my fear was really good. I felt proud of me.
So yeah, she's already faced a lot of these fears, which would be like really big challenges for most people. So then I was just like reflecting how much easier this stuff is when you've already faced these big, like huge things. But
Yeah.
that again, this fear is fear. Pain is pain. It's all dependent on our circumstance at the moment. But if we reframe fear in this way, if we start to say, when I feel fear, that means I'm at my age. That means I'm at my growth. I'm at my evolution. I'm upgrading or stepping into the next level of my being. Then it's an energy that's behind you, not an energy that's pushing you down. It's not an energy that's working against you. Like we say, the negative energies that they're using, they're putting us in fear, or then it becomes our ally. It becomes something that is lifting us up, something that's propelling us forward. It's such a different way to look at it. And like Rose was saying here, yeah, this I'm going to get to your comments here. What was it Rose said? Yes, if fear is the opposite of love and we choose to step out into love, it's the same. We are choosing to expand. So maybe the terminology is just changing. And that's what I feel like. We're going to evolve. So, A Course in Miracles was in 1970s language from an atheist channeling Jesus. So, that frame, that's scary to think about, but that's 50 something years ago now, if you think about that. That's 50 something years ago. And so the terminology and the language may have been viable or applicable then, but is that language now? I don't feel it. I feel like if we are one and there is only one energy, everything, including all the fear, all the jealousy, all the anger, all the evil ones, are part of this one whole thing, and there's no separation. We can't have unity and separation. We can have unity and experiences of duality, but it's all one thing or it's separate pieces, and I don't know how we can deal with that, how we can even talk about that, because there's no end to it. There's no beginning or end. Hi Anna. Hello.
Hello,
Hello, beautiful
Anna.
couple. We love you. We love you. Muito
We love
obrigado. Te amo muitos. Yay, Angel Elise is joining you today. Yes, she is. Look, she exists. She is alive. Look, look, look. It's not just me. Ah, Katrina.
Hello.
Beijinhos. We love you. We love you. Here's Joe. Beautiful Joe. Fear feels to be a teacher of surrender. It allows us to understand if we let go into flow, everything exists, life becomes infinite. Yes, a teacher of surrender. It's like teaching us to let go, teaching us how to let go.
Yeah.
And it's not something that's here to put us down or hold us back.
Yes.
But if we tell a story that it's here to hold us back, or I'm not going to do it because I'm afraid, then we take the teacher or the support or the energy that's bringing us, and then we're using it as kind of a weapon against ourselves.
Then it's like a
Crazy things
snowball,
humans
yeah? Snowball. Keep yourself in a snowball and then don't do anything. Just get excited as we're all together. Excited.
Oh my god. Hey Sonu, hello brother. Welcome. It's amazing seeing you, Elise joining you. It is really amazing to see that she exists beside me, because all my videos is just like me talking somewhere. Kim says, love hearing more about Elise. Elise, come on, they want to hear about you. Hola, lindos de nada. Amamos você. Sergio saying, hello,
Olá,
Elise.
Sérgio. Saudades. Nossas risadas.
So yeah, we're talking about this fear because this perspective came up today with one of our teachers, our mentor, that I feel like it's an evolution we're all going through now. And one of my friends talks about, like, we're all just telling stories, all of us. We're all just telling the stories, and if we stick to the same story we told in the 70s, were there, I was there for a month and a half. You got a couple of years in the 70s, but if we still tell the stories that we were telling 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, we cannot evolve our story. Our story stays stuck, and no one wants to stay stuck in the same story. That was a good alliteration, wasn't it? No, we want stories evolve. There's always like setting off an adventure, meeting conflict, overcoming conflict, remembering things, forgetting things, and the story evolves. But a lot of times as humans, and I know for most of my life, I was stuck in a story that was a victim that was just, this is the way it is. But in these spiritual circles and multidimensional circles, we can get stuck in a story as well.
Yes.
That a story that really made sense 5 years ago,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Doesn't
always
work
make sense now.
Yeah. So.
They want to hear more about you.
Hey,
Hey,
more
Lamia.
about me. I would say now.
Tell what about
What do we do?
What about your project for
Yeah.
mothers? You can talk a bit about that. What's
Yes.
inspiring you to?
My project for mothers. What is inspiring me is my son. My son, yeah. We. It's like we. It's the most beautiful thing in the world for a woman. For a woman is have a child. I think because for me it is. I can say that how much we grow up when we have a child, like it's unbelievable. You know, there is no rest for this growing, stepping. I say one more step up, up and up, and it's upgrade, quick, very quick upgrade, because yeah, everything that I can say that your partner or your friends didn't show to you, your child will show to you, and then you have to do the work, the inner work. So this he's my inspiration, and as a family as well, it's my inspiration. Like because everything we go through as a family is different from the fathers to the mothers, and then I felt like as well empowering women in so many ways. I just started, but in so many ways, and mothers, because I am a mother, that is coming through me. Like I'm still like with so many ideas going everywhere, and every day sitting down a little bit to put them together in a course, you know, that I can start doing the courses and with calls and help the mothers, assist them to empower themselves to see their inner goddess that it's in us. Yeah, we say God and goddess, but it's only one thing. But the feminine side we call goddess. So yeah, I feel like empowering them in the same way I'm feeling that I'm empowering myself now. Just I start with these videos because I feel so good when I post a message or post a video. I feel so good after. I feel that is the empowerment for me, and I'm learning a lot about my Instagram and Facebook and all these things that I was away for, I don't know, 3 years. I deleted everything,
We turned everything
and
off.
I decided just to be a mother these years. And then now I feel my son is bigger. I feel I have more space now to do something for myself and for everyone here to contribute in the world, because everyone came from a mother, everyone. And if we start from there, you know, taking care of how I call my inner mother, if I start from here calling, go inside and check what's inside, what can I do now with every challenge in my family, with my son, with myself, because everything it's my mirror. So whatever I'm seeing through my son, through my husband or friends, it's me reflecting. And with some inner work, I see it's me attracting them to this field around me to act in the way that I can see how I'm treating myself, how I'm not listening to myself, how I'm not taking care of myself. So it's a beautiful journey. And with this course that we are doing together this year, it's opening more and more for me to see through my veil, I say, to see what is, behind all this veil or behind of my masks, all my fears and masks that I wear. That I'm gonna call the
I love this.
liar self.
Lots of people talk about the
Well,
higher self.
higher self.
How many people talk about the liar self?
Yes. So this is the journey. Go through first of my liar self, and then the myself, and then I can reach the highest vision of myself. That is my highest self. And going through all these stages, this is what I'm going to put in my course, and so many others other things that are coming. That at the moment still a surprise, because even for me, I just have pieces here and there, and yeah, but I started working. I started working first here, and then sharing little by little in my videos, and now with this video, this is what is coming for women and beautiful mothers. All the goddesses.
Yeah, and I suppose I'd just like to expand on that term, because I have this Heart Leader project that we have been called to, which is just a life mission. We, it's been coming a lot about like the village, coming back to the village, the virtual village and the literal village. So we have the elders. If you haven't seen the call with Ms. Murray a few weeks ago, incredible. Go to heartleader.love. Incredible
Aw.
elder, 85 years old, has lived more lives in one life than everyone on this call together and everyone put together. But we're also, so we'll have the elders. I'm going to be working with fathers. Elise is going to be working with mothers. But just expanding on what Elise said there, even if you haven't had children in this life, you are a mother. You've come from a mother and a father, and you are mothering and fathering and birthing and parenting projects,
Yes.
ideas, things in the world. So it's not just specifically mean that that's the absolute definition of who's had children as mothers, fathers. It's also people that are here to birth projects, to nurture projects and bring, to be the
Yes.
father mother of their project, to be the father mother of a new earth, to be a father mother. I love what you said, like the inner mother, the inner father. So we're going to be working a lot with reparenting ourselves,
Yes.
because, like Elisa said, mother's taking care of the husband and, let's say, the home and the children at times, but the mother forgets about the mother. The mother forgets to parent herself. The mother being the mother, but the mother also has a child within herself that needs parenting as well. So a lot about reparenting. We're going to be working with that, and so this is all going to be. It's all going to be. Give me a word. I got separated and divided, and I don't want to use any of those words. It's all expressed in spheres. So instead of a woman's circle and a men's circle, it's the father sphere and a circle is two-dimensional. A sphere is multi-dimensional. A sphere can move around and it's spherical. So we've got a father sphere, mother sphere, elder sphere. We have another very exciting one. We've got a very special teacher that is going to be joining us in Heart Leader that not many people have seen and heard of it, but that'll be for those people who jump in. They'll find out about that teacher. We have a very direct teaching of very high principles, not from this planet, but that'll be something that comes later. But yeah, it's this idea of reparenting ourselves, and it doesn't matter what stage you are. Also, I'm going to be working with fathers who want to be fathers, who want to father or parent a project, who are literal fathers as well. But it's doing this. It's like this Trinity archetype. It's come back
Yeah.
to this father, mother, child, elder, mentorship. All of these. Yes,
Young ones as well, because
definitely.
we call village because of this thought that we had, like a community, and they have everyone, all the ages there, to support each other, to help each other, and it's like it's so beautiful when you, even if it's like virtual online, and as well if you, with our help, you can gather in that call that we're gonna have every week. Maybe you call your neighbor and or go to your neighbor, sit down with them to come together with us in the call. Because when we did the first call with Mas, was so magical, so special. I felt like really like a family when we were there with him, and he's amazing. He's got amazing energy, and like because we live here far from our family, and when I was there with him and with Angelo and with our friend Kyle, yeah, it was like I felt like a family. It was so warm, like that love energy, like warm, and we were sitting together in his living room, and we had the tea
Making tea.
together before and talk a little bit, and it was like really full of love, like when we have I think when we have family close by and you meet in the weekend for some hours and just sit down and have tea and talk. I didn't have this for so many years, and for me it was really special. And I think with this call, we're gonna feel that, we're gonna bring that. So yeah, I invite you as well. When we have this call, let's do all together. Together, invite your neighbors or family that
Yeah.
is living together to sit in the same sofa, living room, and we can see everyone there in the call. And then we just share and talk, and yeah, I think it's gonna
Yeah.
be beautiful.
Yeah. This blueprint of this heart leader of love project is very much, if any of you saw, I know some of you are on there that was part of our projects before, the New Earth Mystic School, the Higher Self University, all
Yeah,
of those projects. They were virtual. We did have a physical retreat as well, but it was predominantly virtual. And what we are really being called now is to have this. Yeah, whenever we're going to have calls, we're going to encourage people to really be with get someone that's in your town and sit together to join the call. Don't just be sat in your own little thing, which is beautiful at times as well. There's times for that, but to have this physical community combined with this online virtual, when we were doing the Higher Self University, a lot of the downloads was coming. It was like we were creating these crystalline cities of light where instant communication didn't matter if you're on Australia, America, Ireland, Portugal, you could instantaneously connect and communicate. But we also want to make this a physical, real,
yeah,
lived experience. So we will be encouraging people, partners. So a lot of times in my community, we were talking about this before as well, a lot of times in my communities it's like 80-90% women, and so the women were there and the husbands weren't there. We're going to be encouraged, bring the husband in, or if it's the husband, bring the wife and bring the neighbor and get connected.
yeah,
Because we've been this technology was designed, so it says, to bring us together, but it has in ways disconnected us more. So we're really encouraging that. And so we're going to create these weekly calls on Zoom and going to encourage people to get with their bring a neighbor, bring someone that's close by to you to have a cup of tea, sit down, and we're going to go deep. We're going to share, but we're going to go deep as well. This is what all our work is about as well. So I want to say that was funny. Jan said, "Who is that sitting with Elise?" I love that. This is the real star. Yes, fear is fear no matter the size. I seem to have no fear of the bigger issues but can get ridiculous with minor things. Wow. Anyone else? Hands up. Uh,
Yes.
at least knows of who someone that can get very, very highly charged with little things on fear.
Yes.
Jumping out of my skin with the like
Yeah.
I could jump off a building and like every sort of like
Yeah.
adrenaline thing is like
Yeah.
so easy for me. But like, get a wee loud noise or just at least just like steps around the corner or something and I'll jump out of my skin. Hilarious.
So some tips that I would give, like if it's fear, like Martin is describing now, or something that our son did and he gets that reaction. What I learned is to say, it's not an emergency. It's not an emergency. So your brain will understand that it's not an emergency, and you start coming down. And then you take deep breaths, and close your eyes or bend forward, It all helps when you're overwhelmed or fear, anxiety. With anxiety as well, you can move your eyes side to side and say, I'm ready. You can come. So the anxiety, the fear goes away quick. And then you just do it, whatever you have to do as well. Because then when this, the adrenaline, all the hormones, start like coming down, you can solve the problem. That there is no problem, but in your mind there is, solve the problem. Like more calm, patient, and know better what to do before you just jumping and start doing crazy stuff, making people have fear that the other people get fear.
I blame growing up in Northern Ireland for always being in an emergency. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
learned and remembered later that emergency is emerge and
See,
see. Emerge and
yeah,
see that everything is fine.
yeah,
Doesn't matter if the
yeah,
sirens is going off. So Sunil says, would love to join you all. So
yeah,
Goody Heart Leader.love, brother. If
yeah.
you'd like to join, I'm getting that all set up slowly.
Bring the kids, bring the dogs, bring everyone.
Oh yeah,
to the
dogs,
call.
of course.
Dogs as well.
Katrina loves that you're doing this. Kim,
Thank you.
hello, beautiful sister. So true, Elise. It still makes us humble even when they become adults. I have two boys, 21 and 23. A beautiful share and a great idea. Best of love to you and all the mothers. Let it shine. Thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank you.
you. Let it
Beautiful being.
shine.
And Kim, someone who is an absolute expert and complete, how do you say, connoisseur of Andara crystals. It must have every Andara crystal that there is under the sun. Was admiring, like it was like they were admiring it so much. It was like I think they wanted to take it off you.
Yes,
Admiring so much the Andara crystal that you sent for Elise.
I
So
love
that was
it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Well, 2 weeks ago, I think. I don't know.
Someone that has so many of them, but really was loving the one that you sent. So thank you for that. Anna, you're doing so well, sister. We sense your beautiful energy. You are inspiring us. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you, Anna.
Here's Jan. I think fear is two ways. Looking inward, my fears of things in life lived follows me and challenges me to love self. Growth is coming from recognizing my fear's impact. So going forward, my hope and my fear challenge is being brave to... this is on a timer. Being brave to change up who and what a new life can put in front of me as I look for the base of my new community to give my energy to. Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Jan.
Very beautiful. So, Jan says, I think I need a parachute. Anna says, we'll definitely join you. Amazing.
Yes.
So, GoodyHeartLeader.love. We'll let you know whenever we get this set up. That is on this one that hasn't been done yet, but that's okay.
It will be a pleasure to see you all there.
Yes.
And we feel all like a family.
And so if you
make your tea, okay, before the session.
Yes.
We have tea together.
So yeah, this has been. Where are we at? 44 minutes. Okay, I thought we were getting close to an hour. So yeah, we didn't plan. We just were going to talk about fear and this new frame that we have around fear. And a lot of times me and Lise, like we're together on winter solstice of this year. We will be together 10 years, 9 years. It's 9 years this
10
2015 because
years.
this is 15.
It's going to be 10 years.
It'll be 10 years.
Yes.
So this year on the winter solstice we'll be together 10 years, and like so often we see things differently. It's like we see,
Yeah.
we see things differently,
But
which is
this is
perfect.
good. Yeah.
But in this, we feel like we'd really opened up something within us.
Yeah.
We still have kind of different ways in which we look at them, and I think it's really amazing that
Yeah.
this sparked something really powerful in us, and yeah, excited to see where it's all going.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this on a replay and you are a cosmic time traveler, let us know what are your feelings about fear. Do you feel this reframe that we've offered is something that we received and we're offering here is more empowering way to look at fear? If you didn't see the start of the call, we can share. Well, I can share briefly again. Is that like a mentor of ours is sharing that fear is fresh energy coming in to propel you to the next level of your being, to the next part of your journey. It's not something that is wrong or bad or negative. It's a part. It's an energy that is working for you, through you, with you, if you choose. So, love to hear what your thoughts are on that. And so,
And
yeah,
what do you do as well? Yeah.
what do you
What
do?
do what
How
do
do
you
you deal with
do
fear? Yeah.
to overcome the fear, or tell us anything? Yeah, that you feel, or what would be the most challenge as well of the fears to overcome, and
Yeah.
what do you do with that? What do you do to overcome the fear? Yeah.
And for any mothers, Elise is speaking to a lot of mothers at the moment to find really hear what challenges mothers face in all areas. Mostly it's like people that have already went through. It's not you're not working with people that are young and becoming mothers. I think that'll come later. It's more
Yes.
women that have had children, have had families, and they're either still at home or they've moved out,
Yeah.
and also women that want to step into new projects, step into business, who
Yes.
their identity has been fully as a mother
Yeah.
for a long time. Which I suppose once you become a mother, you're always a mother, but some part of your identity you feel that before you became a mother can sometimes be lost.
Yes. I think it's the feeling of, for me was, I just wanted to be a mother. Was for me, it was so special. Nothing else. I just wanted that time just to be a mother, nothing else. And at the same time, I felt I lost my identity because I was used to work, 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 and think that I have to work, make money, and work, work. And when I stopped working, just doing more courses and working here and there with yoga classes, my life went like totally opposite. I was working a lot, always, 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 and then I started stopping because of so many reasons. I had this transformation in my life. I think in 2012 and 2013 was, I call, my transformation. And then after that, I started seeing the world, myself, everyone, and everything in another way. So I said, no, the life is not like that. So I start like slowing down and going more deep inside to see what was happening. And then when I became a mother, it was more transformational. And was very weird for me to feel that I didn't want to do anything else. Like, how I don't have a purpose. For me, it was like kind of a purpose, to work with something. And because my purpose was just there, to be a mother, to feel that moment, to follow my intuition, and, to make sure my baby was feeling good, health, and all these beautiful things that we wish for our child. And was beautiful at the same time as weird, because I had that time for myself to go inside and ask questions, be more intuitive, believe in my intuition, and see what's going on. And that feeling of losing my identity was for maybe some months. But then after that, was feeling more in my mind, okay, it's okay, because I want to be just a mother now, and I felt like I had a lot of support from Martin, and we were blessed in so many ways, the way we were choosing to live our lives till now and forward. And for me, that was the beautiful thing, to stop and to discover what is inside of me, and see that the purpose on that moment was taking care of my child and being a mother. That is a lot of work already, but we don't see, because we always think we have to do both, to work outside, to earn money, and to take care of the family, take care of the husband, take care of our child. Yeah. So, and then I start being okay with this feeling, and then it's like it passed. And now it's another stage of my life. I feel like it's the stage of flourishing and helping others, helping the world, because it's just a start, but I know it's going to be very big, because from here I will empower other women and mothers to feel the same, to feel their inner God and their power that they can bring to the world, and change the world. Because we cannot change the world if you don't change inside of you. Never ever. Because the world as well, it's a mirror. What you see around you, it's a mirror.
And like this, nearly 10 years, we're talking about 9 years since me and Liz came together this time. After hundreds and hundreds of times we've done this before. We've done this many times before. As soon as we got together in this life, the work started. It's crazy.
Yes.
Like, the honeymoon period was like 1 week or something, I'd say. The 1 week when we first met, and then you got the wrong number, and then we were just so it wasn't even. It was like a few minutes. We met. I remember I can always remember exactly the moment that I first saw her. I know exactly where I was standing. I know exactly where it was, and I can see it. I don't remember pretty much anything else in this life, but I can remember that moment when I saw her, and it was just so instantly like obvious. Oh my God, it was just like, okay, let's go. It was just so obvious that we were.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to put it into words. It was just so obvious and easy and natural, and okay, let's go to India and escape Dubai. But the work started with us instantly. So it wasn't even a week if I think about it. So just to share as well, like we've had this 10 years of, I see a lot of people on social media, couples and stuff, and my impression is when you see out there, it looks like it's just divine, and they just share all these beautiful pictures, and there's all this, you always see the beautiful things. We've went through 10 years of like intense daily, and if not daily, it's coming in 3 days time if you put it off. So we have been doing this work non-stop with each other, and of course with Angelo now, and we're very blessed that we've been gifted this reflection that we give to each other, because we grow so much. It doesn't matter if we're not doing this work outside. Like, we've grown so much, and we catalyze each other so much, trigger each other so much, evolve each other so much just by being in each other's field. And that gives us a unique perspective on life. It gives us a unique perspective on I feel, well, actually, I know an ability to share that with others in a grounded and not just this fluffy love and light sort of way. No, we can share it all because we live it all, and we're
Yes.
not, you know, we as you can see here, we just share everything. We share it as it is, and so that means we can connect with people. I went through 20 years of addictions. We can connect with people on pretty much any level of life. Pretty much, I would say, and that's what we will bring that I feel is unique. And I feel what's happening now, more so for us, we're much more grounded as well.
Yes.
5 years ago, when I was doing the New Earth Mystery School and I was like walking around just constantly talking with ascended masters, I mean, literally, I barely had my feet on the ground. I am in a much more grounded space. I have the
Yeah.
ability now to ground that same energy in a way that I wasn't able to before. And us together now, after going through
Yes.
this 10 years of evolution and expansion together, I know that we can support people in a way that is really grounded, but also with all of the energy of expansion that we're here to become. So excited for it. Yeah. Jan said so. Anna said she's going to bring her cats.
Yes.
Come on.
Cats or any pet.
When I put my 2 feet on the floor this morning, I want to feel connected to my purpose of what I'm doing each day. Fear is the distance between myself and accomplishing that which I feel called to. So, Jan, in this, I would like to speak to both of those things actually. So, something I heard this week as well actually is the difference in purpose and mission. So, purpose, this is one story, this is one perspective on infinite potential. Everyone's free to take their own, but this is the way that I see this, is that because you were talking about purpose as well. Our purpose is always the same. Our purpose is what we came here on this planet to experience. So I feel like my purpose is to learn how to be human, learn how to love. The mission and, you know, different seasons. What is changing is the mission. There'll be a season with a certain mission, but the purpose is always the same. So your purpose, while you're working outwardly or you're working as a mother, as a homemaker, your purpose, I feel, is always the same. The purpose in life is always the same. We all have different purposes. I feel mine's is to learn how to be a human, learn how to love, learn what love is. But we go through seasons where the mission on that purpose will change. So you can be a mother, you can be working in the world, you can be a father, you can be unemployed, you can be an alcoholic, you can be a drug addict. The purpose is the same, but the season and the mission will change. So I feel like I like that frame again, a new frame on purpose, because I think a lot of times the language is the purpose is the job that we do, the purpose is the role that we're playing. That's the way the purpose has been seen before. I
Yes.
feel that the purpose is always the same, the mission and the season changes. And the second part of that is, so this frame that we're given for fear is that fear is not the distance between yourself and accomplishing what you feel to do. Fear is the fuel that is driving you and pushing you and drawing you towards that which you feel you're called to. Because if it's a distance, it's separate. If it's like something, it's like another thing we would call it obstacle. Like the fear is the obstacle, fear is the thing that's stopping me doing this. Then that becomes something that we have to fight against. Whereas we're framing fear now as the fuel that fires our freedom, our transformation, who we're becoming. So there are just a couple of free frames of just one perspective on infinite potential, and everyone chooses, of course, what is true for them. Steph, that's beautiful. Hello,
Ah,
beautiful sister. We
hello.
love you. Love you. Beautiful one. You are blessed indeed. We are indeed blessed.
Yes.
Okay, so we're right on the hour.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share for the mothers?
Uh, for now, that's it.
Okay.
I share more on the video, so I feel more this energy coming up to share more videos and put out this energy as well in all the work I'm doing to put all these projects together.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward as well to see the beautiful inner goddess, inner mother Mother inner
Inner
goddess.
mothers. I don't think I've ever heard that before. I love that, inner mothers. So all you inner mothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of us.
We might have to have the inner father as well. So let's see. I think it's all around that line of the, the reparenting and
Yeah.
mothering ourselves, fathering ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, go to heartleader.love if you're interested. We're going to, we're going to have weekly calls. It's going to be the village calls. And then from those village calls, we're going to be expanding into those spheres. So the father sphere, the mother sphere, the youth as well, which is amazing. Like
Child sphere.
The child sphere. We've got a couple of surprises. Got a couple of surprises coming that I don't know if anyone is ready for this. Like every night, So anyway, we'll talk about that. We're gonna have fun.
Let's have fun.
But we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And yes, if you have any questions, you can private message. And if you feel called and you feel this has served you, you could share this video, share this on your socials, share it with any elders, with any fathers, with any mothers, with anyone that you feel could benefit from this reframe on fear. And so these are some of the things that we're going to be dealing with. And again, just to remind you, it's not specifically for physical mothers and fathers predominantly. No, you are going to be always coming from a mother and father, and you're always going to be mothering and fathering yourself, and you're always mothering and fathering your life in some way. So, okay, good.
Let's make a heart. It's opposite.
Oh, look! It worked.
Opposite.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not going to work. It worked.
We love you.
How did that do those hard things? Do this one.
Someone press the button.
It worked once. It's a one-off only thing.
Thank you.
So thank you all so much.
everyone.
Thank you everyone.
Yay.
Thank you to these beautiful flies who've been trying to eat us the whole way through this. If you're not connected with Elise, you can connect with her on Instagram, Facebook. Hello Instagram. Thank you for joining me on Instagram.
You can
Thank you,
post
Facebook.
here. I can post.
Yeah, we can comment underneath.
Yes.
And yeah, excited to be part of this evolution of merging these virtual worlds all across the world and bringing this village feel and actual literal physical connection and eye contact and hugs and cups of tea and being around each other. That's what we're bringing, and that's going to be fun. Okay,
Bye.
until next time, from our hearts to yours, the divine in us sees, loves and honors the divine in you. Namaste.
Namaste. Bye.
We are
What? Ciao.